Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get this real life versus Instagram makeup. Now obviously the other side is obviously not my real life because my real life is the Instagram side, but it's just for the concept of the video. And shout out to Promise Fan for creating this, I guess. Let's get straight into it. So starting off with the Mallow Cosmetics Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Taupe, I'm just going to do my eyebrows first. Now on the Instagram side, I'm going to be making them a lot thicker, a lot more villainy, and just a lot more defined in general. And I really like this look. This is what I love doing every day, to be honest. So this should be on the everyday side as well. But as I said, for the concept of the video, I'm going to be keeping it very minimal on the other side because that's the whole point of the video, you know? On the other side, I'm literally just scraping a little bit through my eyebrow, like not even creating a shape really, just going where the natural hairs are and just filling that in at the front there, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? See what I mean? Looks so different from the other one. Now just going in with some Tarte Shape Tape whoa. Now let's try that again. I'm just taking the Tarte Shape Tape concealer and putting that underneath my brow and concealing that until it looks nice and perfect on the bottom. And then I'm just taking a little bit of concealer on the other eyebrow and just cleaning up underneath that edge. Now on the Instagram side, I am going to be concealing the top of my eyebrow, but on the other side, I'm not going to be because it's just not real life, is it? Well, it might be for some people, who knows? Anyway, I'm just blending out that concealer and now going in with primer. This is the Professional from Benefit. Guys, I forgot how much I love this. It smells so good, it goes on so smoothly, and it's very liquidy, which is also really good. Now on the Instagram side, I'm taking the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation in the shade Bisque Light. This is so full coverage. I'm just using my Morphe G36 brush to blend that out. I find that's better to use than a beauty blender when using this foundation, but sometimes I use a beauty blender if I want to. So yeah, I'm just getting absolute full coverage. As you can see, I just took what. Whoa! Oh my god, I literally can't even talk today. What is going on? Oh my god, I can't. Anyway, on the real life side, I'm just taking the Milani Perfected Conceal Foundation. This is in the shade, oh shit, I don't know, but it's really yellow undertone. You guys know I love yellow undertone foundations. And just for some concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me, putting that underneath my eye and over my eyelid to create a base for my shadows. Then I'm just taking my Real Technique sponge and I'm blending that out so it is seamless. And then just taking a little bit of my Airspun, I'm just kind of, not really baking, I'm just kind of pressing that powder in. So I'm not really leaving any powder to sit there, I'm just pressing it in just to set that concealer. And yeah. Moving on to the Instagram side, I'm just going back in with the Tarte Shape Tape and applying a really generous amount of this stuff because, not that you need it, because it's super full coverage and it basically sets itself, but you guys know I love to go overboard with my concealer, regardless of how good the coverage is. So I'm just blending that out with my sponge till it looks all seamless. Leave a comment down below of what side you guys prefer, the Instagram side or the real life side. Or maybe wait until the end, until you comment that. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm just blending that all out and putting that all over my eyelid as well to use as a base for my shadows. And then before that gets a chance to crease, I'm just baking the absolute shit out of underneath my eyes, my eyelid, and that half of my face. Now to set the foundation on the other side of my face, I'm just taking the Australis Fresh and Flawless in the shade Darkest Brown. For my eyes today, we're going to be doing something very Instagrammy. This is kind of inspired by Shani. She did a little tutorial the other day that was like using this palette with pinks and shit, and I was like, oh, that's stunning. So, props to you, babe. I'm just putting that flamingo all through my crease and just making sure that's all blended out, guys. These shadows blend so seamlessly, and this pink one is kind of patchy when you first start, but once you start to build it up, oh my god, amazing. Now we're taking the color, I missed that, and I'm putting that through the crease just to give it more depth, I guess. Like, we're starting to darken this up now. Oh my god, it looks so good. I love this look so much. It's so pretty. Pink colors are just, oh, stun. Now taking the shade Bossy. Now the reason I keep looking at my camera is because it kept going out of focus. Like, you guys have no idea how much it was pissing me off this day. That's why I'm like, keep pausing, I'm like looking at the camera. See, did you see it just then? Yep, went out of focus. What do you know? And then I'm just taking basically those three colors just under my eye and smoking that out. And just starting to define the outer V a little bit more by adding a bit more of a darker color. Now, I did go in with this black, but the whole time I was blending it and putting it on, the camera was out of focus. And I'm not putting that in the video because it does look like fucking shit. So I just kind of put that through the crease. This was the only part that was in focus, thank God. And I start putting a little bit of that underneath my eye too, just using this little flat angled sort of brush right up against my lash line. Now just going back in with a little bit more concealer from Tarte, I'm just going to be putting this all over my lid. We're not going to be doing any sort of cut crease today because I wasn't feeling a cut crease or anything like that. But I'm just putting that on my lid just to use as a base for the next color that I'm putting over. So it's very pigmented and you can see it very well. So I'm just going to be taking the color called Shy and just popping that all over the lid area until it's all covered. And then I'm just going to go back in with a little blending brush and just blend out those edges to make it kind of seamless. But I forgot to put that clip in clearly. Now we're just taking sandalwood and henna and I'm basically just popping that on my entire eyelid and then just blending all of that up. So this is like two nice brown shades. They look so pretty. They're really good for green, blue eyes because the orangey warm brown makes your eyes pop severely, like so good. And just a little bit of that underneath my eye, also just to keep my eye nice and open. Now, for a wing, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Studio Gel Liner, and guys, I'm pretty sure it gets to the point where I just glide down out of the frame. There was actually this meme made the other day. I'll insert it here. It was so funny. That was like, if I don't text you back, this is what I'm doing. And it's like 4 YouTubers, and I'm the only one out of the fucking frame when I'm doing my lower lash line. So fucking funny because it's so true, because I'm the only one who's always out of frame because I'm a shithead and I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm just taking a bit of the Too Faced Better Than Dick mascara and putting that on both of my lashes, top and bottom, I believe. Oh, I don't know. And then I'm just dusting off the rest of that bake and just popping on a lash from Iris Beauty in the style Fearless. These are so friggin' long, they basically hit my eyebrows. These lashes are definitely not for everyone, but if you're going for that extra dramatic look, which is what I always go for, then these lashes are perfect for you. Oh, there I go. See, I just went out of frame again. Didn't want to stay around anyway. Didn't even want you to see how I put my lashes on. So now I'm just like dusting off the rest of that bake on my face, I guess, just with this fluffy brush. And now we're going in with some bronzer. This is MAC's Give Me Sun, best bronzer ever, until I find another one that's better. I'm just taking that on a brush and just severely starting to bronze up my whole face, my cheekbone, and then we're going to do my jawline. Like, this is so harsh. This bronzer is a lot. It's very orange. Probably too orange for this foundation color, but I don't care. I'm just putting that across my forehead as well, around my temples, and just really intensifying the whole bronzer look on the Instagram side, which I love. And then just taking whatever is left on that brush, I'm just going in on the real life side and just bronzing up a little bit, as you can see. Just on my cheekbone, my forehead, and a little bit on my jawline, and a little bit down the side of my nose also. Now just taking that Give Me Sun again, I'm just going down the side of the Instagram side. Now this looks so intense, I didn't actually realize it was going to look like a big orange line down the side of my nose until I actually started doing it. But don't stress because I fixed that all up later. You can read me as much as you want, but I fixed it up anyway. Then I'm just contouring with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit down the side of my nose again, on my cheekbone, my forehead, trying to make it look a little bit smaller, down the side of my temples, I think that area is called, and then a shit ton of it underneath my jawline to give the appearance of a smaller looking face, which is what I want very badly. And then just whatever's left on the brush, I'm just going over the real life side and just doing a tiny bit of contouring also. Look at that. There you go. There's a jawline for you. Oh, there we go. Now just applying a little bit of MAC Extended Play just on my Instagram side. And then just baking my nose to get rid of that, all that pigment. And then about 30 seconds later, I just brushed it all off. You don't have to leave it on for long when you're using the Airspun or the RCMA because it's works very quick. Just taking a little bit of Gimme Brow, just through both of my brows, just to get rid of that powder that was sitting in them. And it'll just give it more of a fresh little look. Do you know what I mean? You know? And then I'm just taking my Tarte blush in the shade True Love. Oh, this is my all-time favorite blush from Tarte. I just found this in my Alex drawers the other day. Love it. Now just taking a bit of the banana powder from the Anastasia kit. I'm just running that across the top of my nose bridge and also placing it down the side. Now placing it down the side is going to bring it in a little bit more, and it's going to make my nose look smaller, and that bronzer and that contour is not going to look as intense. Taking a little bit of MAC Fix Plus, just spraying that all over my face, and then going in with Makeup Geek's Celestial highlighter. I think that's how you say it. As soon as I started applying this, I'm like, oh my god, I didn't realize it was purple. But I guess it is a duochrome, so that's the whole point of it. Anyway, I'm just applying that with my Anastasia highlighter brush. And yes, just reminds me of the Moonchild Glow Kit. You know what I mean? On the real life side, we're just going to be using MAC's Double Gleam highlighter. It's very pretty. I like it. Going around the tops of my brows, my cheekbones. And now for the lips, we're using Huda Beauty. Oh, dick. I forget what this is called. Don't worry, I'll leave it down below. It was either Cheerleader or Trendsetter. Or Bombshell. Bombshell or Trendsetter. I don't know, they're both my favorite. On the Instagram side, I just overline the absolute fuck out of them, which is what I always do. And then on the real life side, I'm just taking Makeup Geek's Plush Matte Lip Cream in the shade Peach Bunny, and just popping that on and not overlining them. And then, oh, this is too fast for me. And then underneath, I just put some of the Tarte Inner Rim Liner on the real life side. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a massive thumbs up. I love you guys so freaking much, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye! See ya! Ew.